Peace and blessings. In this corner, boxing 24. Good evening. How's everyone doing this evening? Hope all is well. I'm doing pretty good myself. Can't complain, of course. God is good. God is great all the time. So let's get right into it, man. Jermall Charlo, man. The cub of the lion's only family, man, because he don't act like a lion, man. You know, always talking, man. He's not Jermall. Jermall Charlo is the 160-pound middleweight champion. But we know he don't act like a lion. You know what I'm saying? The little brother, well, not the little brother because they're twins, but the smaller version of the Charlo brother, Jermall Charlo, he's the lion. He fights anybody. You know what I'm saying? But Jermall, man, he always capping, man. He always talking, man, and ain't doing nothing, right? So now he talking about he'll fight Benavidez if Canelo wants him to. I'm like, really, bro? Canelo gotta want you to fight? Canelo gotta send you his approval to fight David Benavidez before you fight him? You know you should fight Caleb Plant or Benavidez anyway, man. You shouldn't even be fighting this Selecki guy. He's not a step up for you. He's not doing nothing for your career. He's somebody, yeah, he's a tough guy, but he's somebody you're supposed to beat. You're a favorite to beat him. He got losses. Like, come on, man. He's not the fight for you. Fight Benavidez. Fight Caleb Plant. That's it. Those should be the only two fights you're looking at, Jermall Charlo. And we know that you really don't want to fight those fights, man. But then if you're not going to fight those fights, then keep your mouth shut. Because all you're doing is capping. Mike Tyson had you on his show, The Hot Boxing, a couple of months ago. And he had to damn near twist your arm. Had to damn near make you say, and you still wouldn't say Benavidez's name. He said, just say the name. And you just kept saying, oh, I'll fight anybody, whoever's out there. And Mike Tyson said, no, say his name. He said, who's that guy? Benavidez, the Mexican assassin? And then you said, oh, he ain't no assassin. Okay, then fight him if he's not an assassin. And Mike Tyson kept saying, man, just say his name, say his name. You wouldn't say his name, so he kept saying the name. And he said, man, just call him a mother of this or a mother of that. Just talk about his, whatever, man. Just to fight him. And you wouldn't do it. And then you told Mike Tyson it's different now. No, it ain't different now. When you want to fight somebody, it's always been the same. When they wanted to fight somebody back then, when Mike Tyson wanted to fight somebody, he did it. Man, listen, it ain't nothing different. Errol Spencer's doing it. He's saying he want to fight this one or that one, right? Tank is doing it. Shakur is doing it. Fighters are doing it. Jerron Boots Ennis is definitely doing it. Yo, man, this is who I want to fight. I want to fight Keith Thurman. I want to fight Errol Spence. I want to fight Terrence Crawford. You got to say who you want to fight, man, if you want to fight him. Otherwise, you're not going to get the fights. That's just how it goes, man. Do you want to fight Benavidez or not? You're not going to get Canelo. I'm not saying you don't deserve Canelo, Jermall Charlo. I think you do deserve Jermall Charlo under anybody because you've been the 160-pound champ. So I would say even over Benavidez, you deserve him. You're going to have to move to 168, but yeah, you definitely deserve the fight. But if you can't get him right now, which you can't, he got 2 fights on his under his radar right now that he got to deal with. He got to fight Triple G, and then he might do this rematch with Bivol. So at least for now, you're not going to get that fight. So, man, the possibility of fighting Benavidez or Caleb Plant is much easier, man. So go ahead and take those fights. That's all you got to do, man. Okay? Stop talking. It's not about what Canelo wants. It's about what you want, Jermall Charlo. What do you want? Do you want to challenge yourself? Look at Devin Haney, what he just did, man. He went to another man's, not even his country, but still in the backyard because that's where he lives at. George Kambosos is not from Australia. He's from Greece, but he lives in Australia. That's who he represents. So he went to his backyard. He went over there and he fought him, man, 18 hours away. And he got them belts. And you won't even fight a man right here in the United States of America. Come on, man. What's the problem? And he's a lightweight, Devin Haney. And he's a young buck. He's 23 years old. You 31, man, trying to figure it out. Man, you at the end of your game, man. You ain't at the beginning like him. He got years ahead of him to box. You don't got that many years ahead of you to box. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what your window is going to be, man. So you at 31 now. You in your prime now. You got to get busy. Just take the real fights, man. You should have just told Showtime, Espinoza, listen, man. And this is a perfect opportunity, man. You got a back injury, the fight is postponed. Say, listen, you know what, man? Let's do something else, man. The fans and people is talking. They don't really want this Selecki fight. They don't feel like that's a challenge for me. Let me go ahead and just give Benavidez okay to plant, man. Come on, man. Let's just make it happen. And then let's wait on Canelo. And if I never get Canelo, at least I could say I beat the top tier besides him. If I beat Benavidez undefeated, man, that says a lot. That puts me up here. If I beat Caleb Plant, who got one loss, he lost to Canelo, that puts me up here. Okay? That's how you got to look at it. If you never get Canelo, because you might never get that fight. But at least if you do get it, you say, man, I got them fights under my belt. All that's going to do is what? Raise your stock as far as your money, and then it's going to boost your fight game and your confidence. And that's what you got to do, man. If you David Benavidez is long, he's tall, he got some power. You know what I'm saying? So if you beat him, man, listen, styles make fights, but you definitely be on a high, man. You definitely have a lot of confidence going into a fight with Canelo. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you should be doing, Jermall, man. Stop talking, man, about everybody else and talk about yourself. And stop, drinking and saying stuff and then maybe forget what you said. I don't know if that's what's going on, man, but I just know, man, you need to follow the path for your brother, man. You know what I'm saying? He's fighting. Listen, man, he fought Tony Harrison. He did the rematch immediately. He fought Rosario, who had knocked out Julian Williams. That was a testy fight for him. He overcame that. Then he fought Brian Castano. Close fight. And then he went back in the rematch with him and stopped him. Come on, man. He's showing you, man, this is how you got to do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Undefeated fighters and people who are tough, people that you're not the favorite, or if you are the favorite, not by no 5-1 or 6-1 favorite. You don't want to be always that kind of have that wide margin of favoritism over somebody, because then that's a fight that we know you're going to win. Sometimes you needed to be closer, man. 2-1 or damn near even. Oh man, this is a fight that he could possibly lose, and then that's the fight you win. You're probably going to be the underdog against Benavidez. That's another reason why you want that fight. Benavidez will be the favorite over Jermall Charlo because of the height, because of the reach, because of the power. But if you beat him, all that does, man, is raises your level. And that's how you got to think about it. That's what boxing is all about. Okay, Caleb Plant is another one. He got height on you. He got reach. He got some boxing ability. You know what I mean? He's a little slick. Yeah, he got the one loss, but that's to Canelo. He's still a good fighter. You beat him, put you in another realm. You might be the favorite to beat Caleb Plant. You might not. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be no 4-5-1 favorite to beat him. But at least it'll be a little closer margin. Those are the fights that you want. David Morrell is up and coming, man. So leave him alone. You know, I don't think Ronnie Shields is gonna let him put himself out there like that until he get about 10, 11 fights on his belt. And ain't nothing wrong with that. He's still building his stuff. He's still learning himself, getting his skills together. That's okay. When he get 10, 11 fights, maybe, he'll be a little, he'll be ready. You know what I'm saying? Or it might happen now. Who knows, man? All I know is, man, you need to get these undefeated fighters and these fighters that's in the top 3 of the super middleweight division, and that's it. And I named the names, and you know what it is. And if you go back and listen to your interview when you was on Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson, you should be embarrassed, and that should have made you really want to get that fight with Benavidez, man. That didn't even push you. I just don't get it. That just really shows, man, you really don't want no smoke, man. But you need to get smoke. You need to move forward, man, with your career, man. Otherwise, man, you're going to be known for what? You know, after that fight with that win over Derevyanchenko, man, you should have been on a high. That should have elevated you, man. You fought Montiel, close fight, somebody that nobody really knew about. He tested you, but you passed the test. Okay. So what do you do after that? You haven't done nothing, man. It's been a year. That was a year ago you fought that man. And now it's got another delay because of your back injury, man. You got to get busy, man, Jermall Charlo. Trying to help you out, man. I don't know what your brother's telling you, Spencer's telling you, man, but you got to step it up, man. You got to step it up, man. Okay? You're going to be remembered for what you did. It's like, what have I done lately? What's your last fight? How you looked? That's what matters. You got to keep the ball rolling, man. Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you're going to be looked at, and that's how you're going to be remembered. So that's all I really got, man. I'm not no hate on Jermall Charlo. I really like him. I like the Charlo brothers. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of respect for them. But I just feel like Jermall, man, you got to step up to the plate, man. All right? If you don't ask for them fights, man, that's on you. But then you're going to have to remove yourself from the fighters that are taking the risks. The fighters that want the big fights, like Stephen Fulton, like Shakur Stevenson, like Devin Haney, like Boots Ennis. You're going to have to remove yourself, man. Terrence Crawford. These are the fighters. You talking about Terrence Crawford is too light in the ass and all that. Yeah, okay. I bet you he's gonna show you when he fight Earl Spence how light he is in the ass. He want to fight your brother. He might be light in the ass, but she sure got some power in them hands and some fight game that he willing to fight. And he talking about it. What you doing? You talking about it, but you really don't mean it. So big difference, man. So anyway, that's all I really got. Peace and blessings. In this corner boxing 24. Please subscribe to the page. Leave your comments, whether it's nay or yay. All right? And let us keep bringing some of this good content. And everybody enjoy the rest of your evening. Protect yourself. Wear your mask. COVID is still here. People still dying. People still getting sick. Okay? Social distancing. And just enjoy the rest of your evening. Be safe out there. Peace.